Hi, welcome, and I hope you're doing well. Here I have an Acer all-in-one 24-inch, and what I'll be doing is a complete teardown and show you step by steps, so at least you get to identify each of the components, whether you need a hard drive replacement or a RAM upgrade or maybe a motherboard replacement. So this video here, I'll be explaining to you each single steps on how to do that. Alright, so let me get closer to the camera and I'll show you the model number here. So this is the Acer C24-963-UA91. So here is the black, and the front here is that's the screen. Okay, so I have a little plastic here. Try to not make any scratch on the screen, so it's good to have like maybe a cloth or something like this plastic sheet here to protect any scratches on the screen. Alright, so let's begin. Let me try to explain here. If you the camera is limited angle, so I can't really give you a full screen on this, so I'll try to move it around as I go. I'm having a metal prying tool, so here you can see that the screen, so this is the bezel on the screen and this is the back cover. Okay, so you want to stick that prying tool in between. Okay, I hope you can see it in between this one and then pry it open. So there's no screw or anything that holds the plastic cover. So it's just a snap on, and you just want to have the prying tool to pry it slightly open, and that's how you remove the back cover. Okay, so let's begin. So try to not to stick the metal, the prying tool too deep. You do not want to, damage the motherboard internally. So stick it just good enough. And what you want to do is just to pry open that plastic cover. Alright, so I have the back cover removed. So once you pry it open, you can just slide down towards your body. So slide it down, and that's how you remove the back cover. Okay, so at this point here, you can see that the speaker is on both sides, so left speaker and the right speaker. There's no screw that holds the speaker, but you can see that little rubber here. So this rubber here is to prevent the vibration on the speaker, so that's how you not have the static noise when it vibrates. Okay, the next part I'll be doing is to remove the stand. So this stand here, there's 4 screws holding onto the stand, and they're Phillips screws, so go ahead and get a Phillips screwdriver. It's very straightforward. You just got to remove the 4 screws and the stand would come right out. Okay, so there are 4 screws. Let me move the screws on the side. Alright, so the next thing I'll be doing is to remove this metal plate. This metal plate, once you remove it, you'll be able to see the motherboard, the CPU, the RAM, and all the good stuff. So there are 3 screws on the left holding the metal plate, and there are 2 screws right in the middle, one on the top and one at the bottom. And there are 3 more screws on the right side of it. Alright, so once you remove that all the screws, the metal plate should just pop right up. So what you want to do is you want to pick up the metal plate and then lift it up, lift straight up. Alright, so just lift straight up. Okay, so once the metal plate is removed, here you can see the exposure of the brain, the motherboard, right? So I'll explain to you each of the component. So here we have a DDR4 RAM. To remove the RAM, what you want to do is, you see this metal, 2-side metal clipper, just kind of push it away from the RAM. Alright, so this one go up and this one goes down. So push it away from the RAM and the RAM would pop straight up. Once the RAM is popped up, you can slide to your left. That's how you remove the RAM. Now let me bring it closer to you. Here you can see that the RAM, it says 8 gigabytes PC4. So this is a DDR4 8 gigabytes RAM. Now I believe you can do 8 and 8, total of 16, or you can do 16 and 16, total of 32. So you have additional slot here on the top where you can add both RAM into the motherboard. Okay, now here is the model number. The model here is, let me see, 19450-1. So I think this is the motherboard model number. If you want to do a motherboard replacement, go ahead and look it up, this model here, and make sure that it looks exactly the same for that motherboard replacement. Alright, so let's move on. So let me put the RAM back here. So to put the RAM back, first you need to have a about 45-degree angle. You're going to slide it in first to your right. Make sure it goes all the way in. Alright, while you're going to have the finger pushing to the right, you want to bring the RAM down. So when you push it down, you can hear that clipper. Both sides is going to clip onto the RAM. So push it down. There you go. You hear that clip. Then that clip would hold the RAM. Alright, let's move on to the next part. Here you can see this is what we call a thermal pad. This thermal pad is really thick. I'm not sure why they waste such a good thermal pad on a tiny little chipset here. So this is NVMe SSD drive. So this one has your operating system on it. Windows 10, your data, information, everything is in here. I think they should have just cut this about this much, and then there's only one chip right here, the 512 gigabyte chip. They could have just covered like that rather than wasting the entire thermal pad. Oh well, that's what it is, you know. So just let it be. If you remove this screw, okay, once you remove the screw, then you can slide this M.2 SSD drive, and you can upgrade to a bigger one, like 1 terabyte or 2 terabyte. It's up to you, your choice. Okay, so let's put this on the side. Now, for those of you who wants to do a secondary hard drive, here is the slot for it. So this is a SATA slot where you can install a 2.5 inch hard drive, either a regular HDD drive or a solid state drive. A 2.5 inch, you can install additional for your, like, you know, the data drive and have this one as the Windows drive. So you have an option to upgrade your hard drive. Alright, so let's move on to the next part. I'll try to remove the motherboard, and I'll explain to you as I go along. Okay, so here I believe this is your LCD. So you can see that this cable right here connects to the LCD. More likely is part of the power to power up the LCD. So to remove this cable, I'm using my finger nail on both sides to lift it up. Alright, so there's no screw or any clipper that holds onto the cable. What I'm trying to do is to lift it up, and that's how you disconnect this cable right here. Alright, the next part is this one. So lift it up. I apologize, I think this is the power that goes into this LCD screen. This one is probably, oh yeah, so this is your speaker. Let me rephrase it again. So this tiny cable here is for the speaker, on the left speaker and the right speaker. Okay, and this cable right here is actually for the LCD. Now this one here is the 40-pin connector that connects to the LCD. It has a clipper on it. So this clipper is the black. Lift it up first. So you make sure you open up the clipper. And then what you can do is to slide this cable up a little bit and down. Up and down. Okay, so this is the 40-pin cable. Slide it down. Now let's move on to the next part. This is your Wi-Fi card. You can see that there's a white cable on the top, the black at the bottom. You can match the symbol here, black for black, white for white. Okay, so just pull up to disconnect the Wi-Fi cable. And the Wi-Fi antenna is right here at the two bottom right here. Okay, and moving along, the very last one here is your CPU fan. So this is your CPU fan power cable. Again, I'm using my two fingernail. Alright, and lift it up. That's how you disconnect the cable. Alright, so that's how I disconnect the CPU fan cable. Now to change the motherboard, we need to disconnect or we need to remove the screws. So there's two screws on the left. Okay, there are two screws right in the middle. And we do need to remove the heat sink in order to remove the motherboard. Okay, so go ahead and remove the heat sink. So this is your CPU heat sink. There are 4 screws that's holding onto the heat sink, and the screws doesn't come out. Okay, you can just loose up the screw. The screw is staying with the heat sink. Now once you remove the 4 screws, on the top right corner there's one more screw here. It's holding onto that heat sink. You remove this screw. Alright, put it on the side, and the entire heat sink would just come right out. Okay, so at this point here, for those of you who wants to apply new thermal paste, you need to get the alcohol wipes. So get one of this. Wipe it clean, wipe the heatsink and also that CPU here, wipe it clean and squeeze a little bit thermal paste and apply onto that CPU. Okay, so that's how you want to keep the cooling cool. Alright, so the next step is on the top right corner here, which is the motherboard screw. So go ahead and remove that as well. Now we have one more cable right here. I believe this might be a touch screen for the LCD. Again, there's no clipper, so you want to stick your 2 fingers nail underneath that white plastic and lift it up. That's how I disconnect that cable. So it looks like I have all the cable disconnected. Now the motherboard should just come right out without any problem. And there you have it. So the entire motherboard just come right out. Okay, let's put this on the side. And this is your CPU fan. The CPU fan have 2 screws it's holding on to. So go ahead and unscrew that. Okay, so if you want to do a CPU fan replacement, you might want to look up the serial number on this sticker here. Okay, or maybe this model here. You can just look it up. Let me turn it around so you can see it. Flip it upside down. Okay, so this is for your CPU fan. Now, this is the speaker. As you can see that the cable run along here on the top, the white and black, and connects to this tiny little cable. So if you want to replace broken speaker, you can just lift the speaker up, and then that's how you follow the cable and just completely remove it and get a replacement. To look up the model number or the replacement speaker, the sticker is on the top bottom right here. Okay, if you want to remove or replace the LCD screen, so let's say you crack the screen, I believe that you need to remove all these screws. For this video, I'm not going to do that because my screen is still good. There's nothing wrong with the screen. But yeah, I'll explain to you how you can replace the screen. Okay, so you can see here there are screws. Sorry, I don't think you can see. Here, as you can see, there's screws on the right side here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So you have total of 6 screws. Once you remove that, I believe you need to remove entire back cover, right? So this entire frame, once you remove it, then you will expose to see the metal. See the metal here in the back? This is your LCD back plate. So once you remove this plastic, you should see maybe a serial number around here, the corner here, somewhere. You want to match that serial number to find a screen replacement. I believe they sell the entire screen just like this. And once you have the new screen that comes in, all you need to do is to transfer this plastic frame back to the new screen and put the screws back on. And that's how I think you replace the LCD screen. I apologize, this video is not showing you on how to do that screen replacement, but I believe that's how you can change the LCD screen. Alright, so I hope this video helps. I hope that I do a breakdown and explain each of the parts, what you can do to make your own repair or maybe make your own upgrade. Alright, so if you have any question, please comment below. I'm more than happy to help you, and I'm always here to give you guidance, suggestions if you have any questions. Alright, so please take care. Good luck with your repair. Until next time, I'll make more video for you. Take care now. Goodbye.